Hi kids, Lindsay again. All right, as I promised yesterday, we're going to look at Unit 9. So take out your Our World and turn to page 146, 147, and we're going to read Our World together. If you have already read it, no problem. We're going to do it again. No, I'm just kidding. I imagine you haven't read it yet. So let's look at page 146, 147. Also, just like last time, I'm going to ask some questions. So if you're not ready, which means if you have not watched the whole video, you will not know if I called your name or not. Maybe I will call your name, maybe I won't. So let's try this. All right, looking at page 146. Oh, no, 146. Cool vacations. So in this unit, we're going to talk about cool vacations. Cool doesn't mean the weather. Of course, it means what you think would be interesting or fun. You know, if you think about it, there are many kinds of vacations. There's the beach vacation. There's maybe a city vacation. Maybe you go to Tokyo, or maybe you go to New York, and you stay in the city the whole time. And you go shopping, and you see really interesting places. Maybe you see some interesting famous buildings, or you go sightseeing. That's one kind of vacation. Another vacation might be at the beach. You might go to Okinawa in Japan and stay at the beach for 1 or 2 weeks, and or maybe not 2, maybe 7 or 8, maybe 3 or 4 days, who knows. But you stay at the beach, you relax. That is a kind of relaxing vacation. Maybe in the mountains. But then there's also adventure vacations. Maybe you want to go walking in the jungle, or like we talked about in the vocabulary, on a safari, hopefully a photo safari. All right, so let's stop and look at page 147. Let's go. Are you ready? Good. In this unit, I will talk about different vacation places. Like I said, beaches, mountains, cities, the moon, who knows. I will talk about what I would do in different situations. I will talk about, I already read that. I will express preferences. Express means to say something. If I express my opinion, I tell you my opinion. So, we don't say, I'm going to say my opinion. We say, I'm going to express my opinion. If you have some ideas, you express your ideas. It means you tell someone what you're thinking. So the verb express means to tell someone what you're thinking. Now, if you express your love, that means show your love in some way. Express would mean to tell them. Not really show, but still show by telling. Okay, express preferences. We've learned the word prefer. Which do you want? Strawberry ice cream or vanilla ice cream? Well, I prefer strawberry ice cream. What you prefer is what you like more. Now maybe you like both, but you prefer strawberry ice cream. Now, preferences is the noun. So I will say, what are your preferences? Let's say you go to a hotel and the desk clerk, the person where you check in, that person is called the desk clerk, C-L-E-R-K. The desk clerk will ask your mother or father, well, we have 2 big beds or 1 giant bed. Would you like a giant bed or 2 big beds? And they're asking you, what is your preference? Well, maybe your mother says, my preference is 2 big beds, right? Or maybe someone says, we have smoking and non-smoking. What is your preference? Well, my preference is non-smoking, because you don't smoke. So non-smoking is your preference. What is your preference? So maybe you're looking for a hotel in Japan, and they will ask you, what are your preferences? And you'll say, well, I want a swimming pool, and I want 5-star, and I want it near the train station, and I want it to be very cheap. Good luck. But those are your preferences, what you prefer. When you have a computer screen, Windows will ask you your preferences. Do you want the words to be very big or very small? Do you want it very bright or not very bright? Dim, D-I-M, it's not bright. Those are your preferences. All right. So, in this unit, I will write a review. So, for example, if you go to a resort in France and you thought everything was wonderful, but the food was terrible. So you will write that hotel and tell them everything was wonderful except for the food. That is your review. People like to read reviews before they travel. If your parents are going on vacation to Canada and they want to find a hotel, your mother or father will read the reviews. And maybe somebody wrote, oh, this hotel has cockroaches, or this hotel was so rude. If a hotel has a bad review, nobody wants to stay there. So you can leave a review. Okay, so let's say there is a website, and that website talks about hotels and vacations. You can leave a review. It means you put a review there. All right, so let's write this. Look, I can't read look. Look and circle the correct letter. So let's look at it. What are the people doing? Going on rides, sliding down a water slide. Well, if you look at this picture, you can probably see this is a really interesting amusement park. If you look on the far left, you will see the ocean. And on the far right, you'll see the beach. And this is a pier, P-I-E-R. On the bottom of page 147, it says pier. Pier means a big, long piece of wood that goes from the beach to the water. Some people like to stand on the pier and go fishing. The word pier, P-I-E-R. So some people will jump off the pier into the ocean, but that's very dangerous. Don't jump off the pier. Some people like to go fishing off the pier. This pier in the picture is called Santa Monica Pier. Santa Monica Pier is very famous. It's in California in the USA. And why is the Santa Monica Pier famous? Because this is not just a boring pier. This pier has an amusement park. So if you look at it, I know it's hard to see. Those are rides. On the far right, there are bumper cars. On the left, there's a Ferris wheel. So those people are going on rides. So that's the answer, circle A. Number 2, where are they? An amusement park at a river. Well, you know this is an amusement park. Now, like we said before, this is not really a theme park. There's no theme. This is not the Mario theme park. This is not Legoland. This is just a big place with a lot of rides. So it's an amusement park, not a theme park. So let's look at this. Where are they? At an amusement park, at a river. Well, this is not a river. That is the ocean. So they are at an amusement park. A. Would you like to go there? Why? Why not? Well, you know, when I was a kid, I always heard about Santa Monica Pier. And it looked fun. But one thing I don't like about Santa Monica Pier is every ride needs a ticket. It's different than Disneyland. If you go to Disneyland, you have one ticket and you can ride it as often as you want. You can ride the roller coaster 20 times, like Leofu Village, right? But in Santa Monica Pier, every time you want to ride a roller coaster, you have to buy a new ticket. So I think it's more fun to go to Disneyland or to go to Leofu Village, because if you like one ride, you can ride it many, many times. So that's why I don't want to go to Santa Monica Pier. Okay, so we finished page 147. Let's look at page 148. If you look at page 148 and 149, they're going to show you pictures of different vacations. Different people like different vacations. Sometimes you like this vacation, but next year you want to try a different kind. So let's read this together. Okay, Do you like vacations with lots of people and noise? Or places that are quiet with no people nearby? Let's find out about some cool vacations. The whole family can enjoy camping together. I don't think that's true. I don't think your grandmother is going to enjoy camping. Okay, let's do this. Who? I haven't asked anybody from Maggie's class. Have I asked Maggie's class? Oh, yeah, okay, Maggie's class. In Maggie's class, there's Ryan, tall Ryan. Tall Ryan, in Maggie's class, answer this question in the comments. I'll be waiting for your answer. The question is, would everyone in your family enjoy camping? Would everyone in your family enjoy camping? My grandmother wouldn't like that. Okay, anyway, Ryan, I'm waiting for your answer in the comments. Bring a tent and sleep in the fresh air. If you hike up a very big mountain, you have to take a guide to help you. In this sentence, what is guide? Is that a person or a book? Well, it could be either one. You could take a book to help you, so you know the path, you know the road, or you could take a person to help you. So you have to take a guide to help you. Person or book, it could be either one, right? Okay, good. Next one. Wow, look at those ruins. Let's read it. Do you like history? Go see the ruins of an old city. If you like the modern world, take the tour of a city. But if you like to learn how to protect the natural world, then an Ecotour is for you. Ecotour is just like another tour, but this one is good for the environment. So let's say, for example, I want to go to Antarctica, the South Pole. You can go to Antarctica if you have enough money. They will take a big boat and you can wear a big coat and you can take a tour of Antarctica. You can see whales and, penguins and icebergs. But an eco-tour would also take you to Antarctica, but maybe they wouldn't use gasoline in the engine. Maybe they would use a sailboat because the engine from a boat is bad for the environment. So this eco-tour uses a sailboat. And maybe they are very careful when they throw trash into the ocean. Maybe they save everything so they don't make the environment dirty. So an eco-tour is just like an ordinary tour, but it's better for the environment. Okay, at the bottom. Okay, very cool. Do you like animals and plants? Go on a photo safari and take pictures of wildlife. Stay safe in a truck when there are dangerous wild animals. Well, look at that truck. That is a special safari truck. That truck, the roof opens, goes up. It can close. And the reason it goes up is because people can stand up and use their camera and take pictures of the wildlife. So maybe you're taking this truck into the, into the jungle or into the grasslands, and there are lions nearby. It's probably not a good idea to walk around, so you should stay in that truck. And that truck has windows. You can close the windows, and it has the roof that you can close, so it's safer. So that is a special truck just for safari. It could be a safari or a photo safari, because you can imagine if you stand there, you could also hold a gun, right? So hopefully you don't do that. All right. On page 149, let's look. A resort is a good place to relax and have fun on your vacation. Stay the night at a big hotel. You know, in English, when the sentence starts with a verb, they're telling you they think it's a good idea to do this. So if I say, sit down, it's a command, and I'm telling you to do that. But if I say, stay the night at a big hotel, I'm telling you, hey, I have some advice. You should stay at a big hotel. Now, next one, go to the beach to sit in the sun and swim. Put on sunscreen so that your skin doesn't burn. You know, when you go to the beach in the West would be Europe or the United States, people are trying to get a tan, T-A-N. A tan means your skin becomes brown. Now, Asia is different. In Asia, a lot of people don't want a tan. They want their skin to stay white. Actually, tans are not healthy. They're bad for your skin. But in the West, we think a tan means that you have a lot of money. You have time to relax. Maybe you have a comfortable life because you can sit at the beach and drink Coca-Cola and eat hot dogs and have a wonderful, relaxing life at the beach, so you have a tan. A long time ago, if you had a tan, that means you were a farmer or a fisherman and you had to work in the sun all the time. But now, a tan means you can relax in the sun. You probably don't want to get a tan because it's bad for your skin. And you should wear sunscreen. It's the same word as the television screen, but sunscreen, it will stop the sun from burning your skin. If you burn your skin, that's called a sunburn. One word, S-U-N-B-U-R-N. So you should wear sunscreen because you don't want a sunburn. If you wear sunscreen and the SPF is high, SPF, maybe 50 or 60, SPF means it protects you from the sun more. So if it's a SPF 50, you'll see it on the bottle. They will write the SPF. If the SPF is 50 or 100, then you can stay in the sun, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 hours. But if the SPF is very low, you can't. And if the SPF is so low, it will burn your skin. Your skin will burn. You will get a sunburn. But also, some people will get a tan if you want a tan. In this example, they talk about a resort. How is a resort different from a hotel? Well, let's talk about this. Resort has everything you need. Swimming pool, restaurants, places to relax. Maybe they have shops. So if you go to a resort, you can stay there for a week and you never need to leave because the resort has everything there. But a hotel is just a hotel. Now, in a resort, there's a hotel. And outside, swimming pool, maybe you can ride bicycles, maybe gardens, maybe 2 or 3 restaurants. But if you go to a city and it's just a hotel, maybe it doesn't have a swimming pool. And of course, it's not going to have gardens and no place to ride your bicycle. So a resort is like an amusement park. It has everything you need. But a hotel is just a hotel. All right, next one. Oh, theme parks are full of monkeys having fun. I'm sorry. Theme parks are full of people having fun. Let's look at that grammar for a second. Theme parks are full of people sleeping. Theme parks are full of people screaming. Theme parks are full of people throwing tomatoes. So do you hear the ing? Good. Theme parks are full of people having fun. Those people are having fun. Buy a ticket for an exciting ride and hear people scream. So again, they start the sentence with a verb, buy. And in the sentence, there's also another one, hear, another verb. Buy a ticket for an exciting ride and hear people scream. They're telling you, You should do this. You should go there. You should hear the screams because that means people are having fun. You should buy a ticket to ride this because it's fun. Now, like I said before, Disneyland, you buy one ticket, you can ride a million times. But sometimes you have to buy a ticket every time you want to ride something. Hey, maybe you just want to go watch. You don't want to ride anything, so you don't spend any money. Maybe that kind of theme park is good for you. If Sophia and Violet are too scared to ride the roller coaster, and Cyril doesn't want to get wet, so he doesn't want to ride that roller coaster, or maybe Henry is scared of roller coasters, then you don't need to buy a ticket at all. You can just sit there and wait for your friends or family to finish, right? So maybe if you don't ride many rides, that's better for you. Okay, so let's ask a question. Let's ask, in teacher Michelle's class, let's ask Jessie. Jessie, do you prefer amusement parks or water parks? Do you prefer amusement parks or water parks? Jessie, I'm waiting for your answer in the comments. Let's look at this. We're not finished reading. If the theme park is also a water park, get ready to get wet. Well, I just asked Jessie a question about water park, and I'm sure you can guess what a water park is. It's just like an amusement park, but you wear a swimsuit everywhere, and you ride roller coasters, you play in the water. Sometimes they have a wave machine that can make waves. If you go to Leoful Village, when you first walk in, on the left, there is a big water park. So people can go to the water park. I don't know if it's still there. They closed for a long time because there was a big accident, terrible accident, in the water park. But the ticket to the water park was different than the ticket to the theme park. They were not together. So a theme park will be separate from the amusement park. Okay. All right, so we have read page 148, 149. Let's look a few more. Look at that tent at the bottom. Do you see that big tent? It's a big yellow tent. And what is holding the tent up? Of course, tent poles, Poles. At the bottom, what do you want to do on vacation? I want to go camping. Do you see that bottle she's holding? Actually, believe it or not, that is for water. And people would carry that when they rode horses or went hiking because you could put it in your book bag and it's a little flat. So that is a round water bottle. Okay, so anything else on this page that's interesting? I don't think so, but I want you to look at that roller coaster on the right. Do you see that roller coaster, how it's going in and out of the water? I know it's hard to see it, but those people are not really going under the water. It just looks like the roller coaster is coming out of the water, but actually it's a tunnel. So don't worry, they're not going to die in the water. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So I think we've looked at all of that. We can turn and look at the song. Now I don't usually look at the song, but we have time today. Before we do the song, let's do one more question. In Teacher Daniel's class, let's ask Eric P. Let's see if Eric P. is listening to all of it. Would you be interested in exploring the ruins in Rome? R-O-M-E. Rome is the name of a city, capital R, R-O-M-E. Would you be interested in exploring the ruins in Rome? Would you be interested in exploring the ruins in Rome? Okay, good. Eric P., I'm waiting for your answer. Everybody else, look at page 150. Okay, 150. If you look at page 150 and 151, you will see they are on a photo safari. How do I know that? That woman is holding a large camera. The camera, the long thing that comes out is called a lens, L-E-N-S. S, lens, not Lindsay, lens. That long lens will help you see very far away and very clearly. Those lenses are very expensive. So you know this woman has spent a lot of money to buy an expensive camera. She has a very long, expensive camera lens. Okay, let's read the song. Okay. If I went on vacation. Oh, another thing to remember, the grammar this time. The conditional, we'll talk about it next time. We're going to use past tense, if I went. And I'll remind you now, we cannot say was in this conditional. Do you hear what I said? So if I say, if I were an elephant, I would sit on Jason. If I were a tiger, I would eat tiger. Sorry, tiger. If I were a monkey, I would throw apples at Sophia. So that were is not was. Was normally is used with I was. But again, you know this, we cannot say I was, because in this conditional, if I were. And all of that's going to be past tense, and we're going to use would. If I were an elephant, comma, I would sit on Derek. Okay? So, let's ask Derek a question. Derek, in Teacher Maggie's class, if you were Jason, which girl would you chase? Do you think he will say it? If you were Jason, which girl would you chase? If you were Jason, which girl would you chase? So Derek in Maggie's class, write the answer. If I were Jason, I would chase cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay? Good. All right, let's look at the song. I keep it so slow. If I went on vacation. Let's go on vacation. Let's go on a trip. If we went on vacation, we would take a big ship across the ocean, far, far away. If I had my way, I would go today. What does that mean? If I had my way, that means if I could do anything I wanted to. In English, if I say, if I had my way, that means if I could decide. Usually when you're on vacation, you don't have your way. Who has their way in your family? Your mother has her way. Your father has his way. Who makes the decision? Sometimes you decide together. But let's look at the song again. If I had my way, I would go today. Camping and hiking. The beach and the sun. If we went on vacation, it would be so much fun. If we went on a tour, we would see wildlife. Oh, look, there's Derek. Oh, look, there's Tiger. Oh, look, there's Ryan. Oh, so much wildlife. If we went on a tour, we would see wildlife. I would take lots of photos. Wouldn't that be so nice? Chorus means people singing together. I would like to stay at a hotel. Me too. I would like to stay at a hotel. You'd like to relax. That you'd means you would, right? Camping and hiking, the beach and the sun. If we went on vacation, it would be so much fun. If I weren't afraid of heights, that means you are afraid of heights. But if I weren't afraid of heights, we could climb a mountain. So we cannot climb a mountain. She says, if I weren't afraid of heights, we could climb a mountain. But you are afraid of heights, so you can't. But I am. So let's go to the water park and take pictures by the fountain. And you know, when they take pictures, they mean take pictures of bikini girls. What a yucky book. All right, so we have looked at page 150. Let's ask two more questions. In Teacher Daniel's class, let's ask Daniel's class. Let's ask Carol. Let's see if she's paying attention. Carol, if you went to a theme park, would you ride all the rides? If you went to a theme park, would you ride all the rides? Let's ask Phoebe in Teacher Sandra's class. If you were a boy, would you play basketball all day? Let's ask in Teacher Maggie's class, let's ask Violet. If you were me, would you wear a hat? Let's ask Henry in Teacher Michelle's class. If you were taller, would you play on the basketball team? Let's ask in Teacher Daniel's class, who else? Queenie. Teacher Daniel's class, Queenie. If you lived on the moon, would you have enough oxygen? If you lived on the moon, would you have enough oxygen? Okay, those are the questions for today. Bye-bye. Write your answers in the comments.